What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Artyom. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is Stinkycheese. This is the second Oasis Kronos game we've seen this series. Random isn't very random after all. Yeah, or it is very random, one of the two. It's 1-1. These guys have been playing fairly well. Stinkycheese did get a little bit of a lucky win on the first game, but in the second game it was awfully close. Both players are either both Loki mains or are very, very on the same page with build orders, because they both did exactly the same thing in the early game, in the mid game. It just so happened that a little bit of better decision making in the late game did allow Stinkycheese, or Artyom, I should say, to come away with it. But it's a new game, new me, new you as well, to be honest. We'll see what happens here. Kronos rushing Poseidon is a little bit suicide because they have Hermes. And not only do they have Hermes, they also have Hippolyta, which is just a Kronos rush denial tool. Ooh, and the hunt is over here. Look at this. Look at this juicy hunt in the bottom of the map. If Artyom's paying attention, he will know that the hunt's here, because you can tell based on where the lure is. See how the giraffe came this way? That means that the hunt has to come from this way, up this way, basically. Even if you see it just coming in this side. Even if you look at the lure right now, you can guess that it's going to be this way, right? Anyways, point made. Let's see what Stinkycheese is going to do. He's going for a 4-minute advance time, it looks like, because he didn't find his hunt straight away. I don't think there's anything wrong, by the way, with going for, if you don't see a hunt straight away, with bailing on the 4-minute and going for a 4:30, getting hunting dogs. If you find where your giraffe are as well, and you probably notice that the giraffe are at the top here. Right at the top here. There's a really good amount of hunt here, but the 4-minute advance time is going to be fine. We'll see if Artyom wants to match. There are some really, really fast. Oh, it's not looking like he's doing it, but there's some really fast Poseidon build orders. You can do like a 4:15 here, anyways, and be totally fine. The zebra are going to be finished by the 4-minute mark. We see the Catastropus pushing the Oracle away, and Artyom looks like he is going to save the day here. You have a relic up at the top, the ship of fingernails. There's the other relic chilling over here. We have the tail of Cerberus. We do have Vermu in the chat saying Artyom should save his hunting base. It's a valid point, however, advancing fast in this matchup means you can secure your second hunt very easily, but I'm not sure he's doing that. He's getting his Theseus out first, which means he gets a later Hippolyta, which I don't like. I actually prefer in this matchup to get the Hippolyta out first and then the Theseus, but we're seeing this guy go out. It looks like he's trying to get the ship of fingernails, maybe, as the village is returning back onto these berry bushes. He's not going for this. He's not going for his hunt. He doesn't know it's there. He hasn't understood where it came from. Valor has been cast now by Stinkycheese in the base. And we do have one of these Oracle heroes getting slightly damaged by that Catastropus. Meanwhile, the Theseus, this is actually really smart. I take it all back. Definitely, this was the play here. One, he forces out a mana, and two, he forces this citizen off of hunt, which means that Stinkycheese is not going to be able to build another villager here. Right? Yeah, he's on 0%. And if he spots the citizen over here as well, do even more. We do see that the temple gets deconstructed in an unfortunate time, and he doesn't need to rebuild the temple either. That just gave 200 resources to Artyom. He's gonna pick off the Promethean offspring And the Hippolyta's out here now. The focus Oracle heroes. Oh, we didn't get focus. The Oracle heroes coming in, going to be pushing the Theseus back. This villager is very, very low. We see Terma getting built inside of the counter barracks. Oh, psych. It's just a prank, bro. Why are you making Toxotes here? Your opponent's only going to be making Terma. The standard play is a stable military barracks, but I guess he doesn't feel like he's got the hunt or the food to be able to afford to do that. The safer play may be to make Toxotes here, I guess. Meanwhile, the 2 Terma plus the Oracle have come in. Theseus should grab this ship at the fingernails on the way out, no? That's even more food to support the stables. Oh, we're going for a 1-1-1. This is an old strategy against the Atlanteans. It works quite nicely. And now Stinky Cheese is retreating back to his base. A failed Kronos rush is not game-ending for a Kronos player, but it does make life very tough for them, especially against strong units, strong people, strong players. Now Hippolyta and the center making a journey together, holding hands to the edge of the earth, or the edge of the sand. Looking for something to do here. Hit this location, hit this location. Now if we check the population out, it's 55 to 54. It's really not a situation that you want to be in as... oh, he saves them. He did take a lot of damage on one of those Toxotes, but he saved them from death. Now the Hippolyta and the Centaur looking to come in. There is... I should say there are a couple of Oracle heroes over here expecting to see the Hippolyta and the Centaur coming in. And they do get spotted here. I wonder if Artyom can win this fight or not. Looks like the Terma getting deflected in his base. More units coming forward with the Theseus, who's picked up a relic. He has the Tail of Cerberus. He wants it. Ooh! Ooh! The Chrono JJ patented ghost building time shift with Kronos. Gotta love it. And the Terma getting pushed back. Now's the time that is scary for Stinky Cheese, because this army from Artyom just beats the army of the Kronos player if he coordinates at all. Nice micro though from Stinky Cheese. If this can be just like a short burst of fighting here, the Kronos will win it, but it looks like it's going on for a little bit. Ooh, and needs to micro those hoplites onto the Terma. That is vitally important. And really, really good micro here from Stinky Cheese. That absolutely just won him the fight there. This was an absolute mess from Artyom there. And he just threw his advantage like yesterday's newspaper. Just not having it. Didn't want an advantage. I didn't want an advantage. I just wanted to, say g'day, help you out. Now, the question for Stinky Cheese is going to be, where to now? Obviously, can get some value out of hit and runs with the Terma. Can you go for a gold staff, potentially? Can you get a second town center? Go for a heroic age timing push? We are seeing that Artyom has stopped production of military, so he's either going for heroic age or a second town center here. And we do finally have an army that is very, very strong. When you remove the Toxotes, this army becomes very strong. Stinky Cheese not paying attention. He's going to be losing a lot of these units here. There we go. It's a bunch of dead Terma there. Another control group of units moving in from the top or the bottom side of the map. Meanwhile, we have a raid into the main base of Stinky Cheese. The Centaur does get picked off. The Hippocon need to get out of here because the Prometheans do way too much damage. There is a deconstruction onto the stable here, and Artyom just calmly rebuilds it. It's probably not the best idea to just deconstruct the stable. Seems like a bit of a panic deconstruction if I've ever seen one. And we see Stinky Cheese turning around, ready to fight, ready to take Artyom out. And here's the problem. This is where the problem lies, this gold mine. But this is a good, strong army for Artyom. He can win with this army here. He can get a second gold mine. He just has to micro it correctly. Stinky Cheese has shown that he has a lot of really good micro here. No technology is being researched. Gold just about to be expired. Farms are up. Second town center coming in now for Stinky Cheese. Wants to get as much population as he possibly can. I do think that medium infantry would be huge right now for Stinky Cheese. Trying to see these small Hippocon raids. This is where you want to be hitting. Always want to be hitting the town centers, checking them out, making sure that they're not going up. Do we see the Hippocon coming over here? We do. They're looking over in this corner though, it seems. Ignoring the town center. Citizen making a break for it. Low HP Citizen at that. Now Stinky Cheese is sending his entire army home to defend. Fair enough. Why not? Why not? And there's the gold mines. He's got 900 gold in the bank. Plenty of gold. Just needs a lot of food, and he's on farms. Now, the general rule of thumb, from my experience, is if you're farming, you should go to town centers. If you're gathering hunt or goat, you can advance. If that's what you're waiting for. That's the general rule, and it looks like Artyom is trying to advance. So it's just gonna be slow. It's just gonna be slow. It's got a lot of wood in the bank. Well, we're seeing the armies run by each other. Lots of hoplites here. The Prometheans going down very fast. There's a whole Hippolyta, 14 HP, gets taken down. The Hippocon coming around to surround the back of this. And the hoplites are taking out all of those Prometheans nicely. Those Caraballists get pushed back away from the hoplites. The Hippocon get pushed back as well. And it looks like Artyom decides to stop engagement here. Still wants to do what he wants to do. Do we see Aphrodite? We do see Aphrodite. The village is retreating away from that gold mine. He's got 500 gold in the bank. Terma coming in on this side. We see the units spot that this gold mine was being gathered from, but not anymore. Villagers on top of these berries here. We see an armory now for Stinky Cheese. Going to be going for, probably for Hyperion. I wouldn't see Rhea would be a god option here, though. You can expect Aphrodite, so traitoring a Nemean lion has serious value. Serious value. So we'll see what he's going to choose to go with that, because it looks like he may potentially be full villager cap right now. It's crazy fast. There's the Aphrodite from Artyom. We'll see if he can make... Oh, nice raid here. Comes in, takes down 2 citizen here. Really nice raid. Well done by Artyom. And he's pushing forward in the front, but the Caraballister will just melt these hoplite if he's not careful. Looks like the Theseus is taking the brunt of the damage here, so those hoplites are going to be totally fine. Meanwhile, the Hippocon making a retreat. If he can find this gold mine, he can go for a gold staff here, but I assume that Hyperion is on the way, which is very, very strong counter to a chaos, to a curse all in. Here's the curse. It's 5 units here, it looks like. A little bit underwhelming, as it were, as the Hyperion kills off 5 units itself, plus one of those is a myth unit, and has nothing to do with HP. Anyways, I'm not salty about how strong Hyperion is at all. But there's the Hyperion. We'll see. He's going to keep running in here. That's actually a really, really good chaos there for Artyom, because that's going to leave the Nemean Lion in the base of Stinky Cheese, and he can just retreat now. There's a couple of unfortunate units chasing him down, but he will be retreating at this point. Still no second town center. Probably just going to go straight for Artemis. One town center. Artemis here. Hippolyta over here trying to get some villager snipes, but it's a bit of a waste of resources there, unfortunately. And he's still pumping out units. One town center has the market. How far off? He's a little ways away. If he gets Artemis, he can earthquake the main town center or something like that. Looks like the Nemean Lion is going to be able to pick off 2 citizen here, as the citizen are desperately but completely uselessly trying to take down that Nemean Lion, and he does manage to retarget that one there onto the town center, and it is looking like the town center will take him out. No more villager losses, it looks like. Well, might be close. But he makes sure of it. And now the army of Stinky Cheese hitting these villagers here. Nice raids coming in. Oh, actually, probably not. Hitting this location is very, very risky. You do see a ceasefire, though. And this is actually quite smart, because Artemis on the way. He hit that one at 35%, which means the ceasefire will be over just as the heroic age, sorry, the mythic age comes through. It's 1 minute 30, so it's a very, very smart ceasefire here. And then we're gonna have those Nemean Lions. However, Chaos will probably have that charge back, so one of those Nemean Lions will be falling straight away to Chaos. It's what's that? Is it 4 minutes of recharge? Something like that, yeah, 4 minutes of recharge. So now we need to see town centers getting grabbed here for Artyom. Stinky Cheese just needs to continue to apply the pressure, potentially going Mythic Age here himself. I believe going through Atlas wouldn't be a bad idea. You get the Argus to deal with Chimera raids. You get the Implode to slow down the Earthquake push. There's the Artemis. The lone Hippocon moving in, takes this down. There goes the town center of Stinky Cheese. And the resources are very low here for Stinky Cheese. However, he is pushing. He's pushing Artyom back. We see the Chimera making a break for it. He's going for some raids. We'll see what he can do. We're not seeing any more getting built at this point. We've got Hippolyta coming out. We've got Atlanta coming out. And the villagers want to get this town center up. This Mermillo's got next to no HP. He does get taken down there before Artyom retreats. And Stinky Cheese is coming in. We do see a mana here for Stinky Cheese. Now the army here pushing through these Mermillo, trying to, at the very least, need to get that Hippolyta onto the Satyr. These are some really strong units with a 50% pierce and hack armor. It means they've got no weaknesses to either hero, basically, but Atlanta will come in, chop them up. Now, the question is, the town center is going back up. Stinky Cheese has got nothing really to show for it. He's getting pushed back. Artyom coming in. He's going to burn these. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, look at them. It's barbecue time. Get in there. Those dead units sort of look like Egyptian units here, don't they? And now we see Artyom making a move in. I love... Oh, that's so good for Artyom here. Splitting the Chimera off. The Chaos gets used. And now he can use the Chimera in the main fight here. And he goes after the Arcus yet again. I love it. Just keep on moving in. Now the Atlanta coming in can pick off the Satyr here with her speed and damage. Absolute craziness. Manages to take this down. Pushes Stinky Cheese off the gold mine, taking everything with him. The villagers falling, the army falling, and Stinky Cheese has got no units remaining here. It's 78 population for Artyom. Stinky Cheese on 71 here, but this Chimera is just too much right now. Do we see more coming? We do not, and Stinky Cheese taps out. GG. Artyom manages to take this game, take this series, and go on to the next round here. What an amazing display of Poseidon here from Artyom, taking out the Kronos, making it look easy, making it look simple. Well played. If you enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.